This episode of Unqualified is brought to you by McDonald's, proudly serving communities since 1965. On the drive to and from my parents' house in Washington State, we almost always stop at two particular McDonald's, one in Salem, Oregon, and another in Eureka, California. At the moment, we are in the parking lot of the Salem location, and I just finished a Big Mac and fries. Even though we are just passing through, I appreciate the familiarity and feeling of community. The other day, I was looking through my mother-in-law's photo album and came across a photo where she and her friends are standing in front of a McDonald's wearing their cheerleading uniforms. I usually call my mother-in-law New Mom, but her name is Marcia. Under the photo, Marcia had written a note, and I talked her into letting me read it here. San Bernardino, California. I have so many memories of this McDonald's over the years. My father took me there on what I think was opening day. What a thrill it was as a young girl to order a chocolate shake, hamburger, and French fries. Then there was the time when my cousin Hinda and I were given a tour and allowed to take dill pickles by the cupful out of a huge barrel. We must have eaten 100 pickles each. Everyone in my family knows the story of how I accidentally missed the ketchup container and dipped a fry into my milkshake. Now when I dip fries in my shake, it's on purpose. I remember when I was 12 years old, my mother and my cousin Noel Novak, Larry's brother, picked me up from dance class and we went for dinner to celebrate Noel's graduation from high school. Years later, when I was in high school, we would go to McDonald's every Friday night after the football game. I wish you could see this photo. Marcia couldn't remember if they won the game that night, but everyone is smiling as if they did. Wherever your local McDonald's is, there's nothing better than that wonderful feeling of community. Well, maybe that feeling is tied with eating a Big Mac. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Wait until we close the door. And then
Okay.
God, you're so bossy.
He is so bossy. He's the bossiest. Okay, so we
Persian, Sim.
we have
I'm not Persian.
I know, but you're acting like it.
What do you think I am, by the way?
I think you're Pakistani or no, Indian?
Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you say Pakistani first?
I don't know. Probably because you're Bangladeshi and kind of shit. I would say Indian. You're Indian.
I'm Indian.
Where are your
New Delhi.
Okay. Are you like first generation or second?
Yeah, born in New York, first generation. Yeah.
And your parents were from New Delhi?
Yeah.
Really? Both of them?
Both of them.
Oh, that's cool.
They're wonderful.
I'm dying to go to India.
Yeah.
Look at Sim's strained face.
Dying to wear
Look
a
at him.
diaper.
Look, hey Sim, try to do a weird smile and say yes.
You're going to love India.
I know I'm not going to love it, but as an adult,
not.
I have to go.
Okay, so we, Chelsea, have a gift for you before we get to callers.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, where is it? Dun, 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 dun. That probably has to be trademarked, what I just did.
It's Cannabis Lube. Oh, God.
How'd you know that already?
Because I can read. Tricky.
What do you think?
So I put that in my vagina,
Yeah, I guess
and then
so.
I get high. Perfect.
I think so.
This accomplishes everything that I want to do for the night. Because usually I smoke a little bit before I go to bed. But since I don't masturbate, this is like killing two birds with one vagina.
And what if we should have gotten you a dildo, and then you could have
No, don't worry.
wrapped that.
Hold on,
You're opening it up right now?
Yeah, of course. I'll do it right now if I can. I just have to open it. It would be really funny if my vagina got high and I didn't. Wouldn't it?
What does it mean when your pussy gets high?
I don't know. I have to tell you, like, I went to my doctor the other day, and she told me that I had no testosterone. She said my levels were so low, and I go, well, yeah, I told you this. And
that's
I
the cream that you have to rub.
Right. And so I said that, and I just thought, Is that the real? Like, I don't want to make myself super. Okay, hold on. TLC. What if I just snort this? Can you do that? Hold on.
You really are. Right now, Chelsea Handler is pumping the
It's not coming out,
high
by the way.
lube
Okay,
into her
so
palm.
It's not coming out.
It's not coming out at all?
You just tried.
But I wanted to know what you were going to do.
Me too.
After that,
I
You were
always
gonna,
want to know what I'm
like,
going to do
shove-
next.
Yeah, it's coming out.
It's coming out now. Now you're on the hook.
Okay.
I don't know what you're going to do.
I'm going to put a little on my nipple and see what happens. And then,
Nipple test.
because I'm not going to put it on my vagina. I mean, that's...
Are nipples more?
My nipples are super sensitive. Like, I can have an orgasm if somebody just, like...
But are they?
touches me too
Do
much
they
around my
absorb
nipples.
things?
No, I doubt it. I don't know anything about nipples. I don't know anything about any part of reproductive organs or feeding organs. Oh, thank you for my
Do you
cap.
think that your nipples got more sensitive as you? Because
No.
I think that my nipples got more sensitive as I aged. Like.
My nipples have always been so sensitive.
Like, wait, you're telling me at 19
Okay, by the way,
years
it's numb. My nipple's numb. That just made it numb.
Really?
My nipple is high. Wow. So unexpected. I mean, I just came over for some pizza and a gift bag. My nipple's high that I'm already eating pizza.
And that is your right nipple, right? Mm-hmm. That's a smarter
It's
one.
so numb. And I do feel high. We're going to have a cigarette.
Okay, but first we're going to call somebody.
Okay.
We're going to call a stranger.
All right, let's
All
call.
right.
We're calling a stranger. They have a question for us. I don't know what it is. Sim does. And we're going to listen to them and figure out how to help them.
Okay.
Chelsea just rolled her eyes.
No, you did first.
I did not.
Yes, asshole, you did.
Did
I matched
not.
your role.
No, mine. I was like a connecting role. That was like, are we going to be able to do this together?
I'm super high. by the way.
Innocent.
My nipple and I are super high. I'm not joking or exaggerating. I feel high. All of a sudden, I'm like punch drunk love.
Hello.
Hey, Amanda. This is Amanda, by the way. She's in
Is
Seattle.
this the situation?
Hi, Amanda.
Hi there.
Amanda's 29 and she's in Seattle. And
Why? Why are you there?
Hey,
Wait,
it's
oh,
my
wait.
hometown.
No, I'm just not as an affront.
Amanda, do you know who this is? Do you know who you're talking to right now? Besides, you know Anna's here, and it's
Hi,
me, Sim.
Amanda.
But do you recognize the
there.
other voice? Do you recognize the other voice here?
Not yet. No, I
Okay.
didn't get enough of it.
Let me give you some clues. I'm a bitch
She's hot.
Oh,
and a whore. No, I'm a bitch.
She
I'm
has
from
her
New Jersey.
own
No,
like late night
that's too big of a clue.
talk show.
I've crossed over, but I'm still here.
And by crossed over, she means from cable to Netflix. Her name starts with a CH.
CH. And you're from New Jersey?
Cher. This is Cher.
She's blonde. She's sexy.
She's hosted.
This is like
she's
us
hosted.
with the situation.
This is funny. I like this.
Yeah, no, she's hosted a very popular talk show for about
This
8
is not
years,
very
and she
nice.
has a new.
We've put Amanda
All right.
on the spot.
No,
Okay, we
but no,
can't-
wait. I'm into this.
You're into this? All right,
yeah,
let's keep going
because
then.
this
Let's see if
makes
she
my-
gets it.
The
Right.
worst at guessing games. Okay, she's hosted a show for the last 8 years.
A talk show. She's yes.
Talk show.
Well, she has a new talk show on Netflix right now, and she also had a Netflix docu-series as well, a very popular one.
Chelsea Handler?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, should I
should've
move
known
to
by the
Seattle?
first
I'm
line.
like,
What was I thinking?
that's cute. Thank you. Did you guys give her that answer?
No.
It's weird. That was just a very weird experience. Also because I'm now high and my nipple and I are high.
Amanda, we gave.
You need to put some of this on your nipple.
I'm not. No,
Why?
no,
Why
because
not?
I'm scared. I don't know. I'm
What do you
scared.
mean you're scared? You brought me over here. You fucking drugged me up.
You're right. You're right.
A
All
roofie.
right. Fine.
And now you're acting like you can't be.
I know. You're right.
Everyone turn their heads.
It's, okay.
I'm
so
gonna turn my head
Amanda,
while
here's
Just
what's-
put a tiny bit on your nipple.
Okay,
here's what's
Amanda, what's
happening.
happening? Yeah, go ahead.
No, you
Anna,
tell- Sam,
okay,
you-
fine. Right. Okay, so we presented Chelsea
you,
with
Chelsea, by
with
the way.
with sex lube that's infused with marijuana, and now
Oh, wow.
yeah, and Chelsea put some on her nipples, and apparently she's high now.
I am.
And
Yeah,
now
I believe
Anna
it.
Put it on
Anna is
both
about
mine.
to do the same thing. I'm
On
turning
both
my
of them.
head.
It takes about.
Let me know when
Done.
when it's
13
okay for me to
seconds.
turn
Done.
back around.
I'm done.
Okay.
Please put it back in my gift bag. Give this to my driver.
All right. Amanda needs help, by the way. She needs a lot of help.
Okay, Amanda,
So-
what do you
So
need?
much help.
Well,
How
you're
are you? Okay, so you're from Seattle. My sister lived in Seattle for 10 years. That's a great city.
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
Well, good for you.
So Amanda, you're
Wait, where in Seattle are you?
I
West-
live in Fremont.
Oh, I grew up in Edmonds, and Chris grew up. My husband in Lake Stevens.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway,
Is that part of West Seattle where you live, or no? That's not.
No, I'm north of Lake Union, just north of Lake Union,
I like
which
Seattle,
is the big
'cause-
lake in the middle.
Seattle's one of those cities where people like get out and celebrate when it's a nice day. Like they're out, like
Oh,
when you
yeah.
go to London and Hyde Park, like when it's a sunny day and everybody's running through the park because it's the first fucking day they've ever seen of sun. That's what Seattle's
That's
like.
exactly
to me.
how today was.
People are
It's been-
rollerblading like it's the
all day.
70s.
people still rollerblade.
Yeah, people do. They do. At least they're not roller
my
skating.
husband
That's a good
does.
point.
No, I legitimately saw someone on roller skates today. Not even kidding.
Way to throw back. Throwback Thursday.
So Amanda, your sister is about to marry a guy she's known for just 2 months, but there are other red flags. Tell us more. Wait until you guys hear what's going on here. She needs help. She definitely needs help. Amanda, tell us the story.
Okay, so basically 2 months ago, my sister sent me a text saying, hey, I met the man I'm going to marry. And I'm like, oh, that's cute, and they started dating. Last week I got a text from her saying, no, it's actually happening. We're getting married. And she's known this man for 2 months. He's not, first red flag is 2 months. Obviously, I don't think that's enough time to get to know someone. Second red flag is he's not from the United States. He's here on a work visa. They don't actually speak the same language. He speaks Spanish. She speaks English.
Chelsea speaks
And neither of
Spanish.
them speak the other language
Do you think
fluently.
he wants to start dating me? I mean, I don't mean to, infringe on your sister's copyright.
What was that?
Nothing.
But
Nothing.
okay,
I'm not making any sense
This
at all.
is you're right though. This is two major red flags. Please go on. I want to hear more red flags.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Osea. Wondering what to gift your friends and family this holiday season? Female founded over 25 years ago by a mother and daughter team, Osea's award-winning cleansers, serums, face moisturizers, and body products give you the results you want. Skin that looks and feels amazing. I recently got to try Osea's new body butter, which, like their now famous Undaria algae body oil, transforms dry skin without being greasy, has the same incredible scent, and leaves your skin soft, smooth, and healthy looking. If my experience is any indication, you can count on your partner giving you a lot of compliments. This holiday season, stock up and share your new favorite clean skincare and body care with your friends and family. Unqualified listeners get 10% off your first order with promo code ANNA at OseaMalibu.com. You'll get free samples with every order, and orders over $50 get free shipping. Gifting is always easier if you start early, so head to OSEAMalibu.com. Use code ANNA. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Warby Parker. Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit and the lofty goal of creating boutique quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. Sunglasses, with or without a prescription, start at $95 and, just like eyeglasses, are available through their home try-on program. You just choose 5 pairs and see which ones you like. I was surprised by how quickly they arrived, which presented me with the immediate problem of deciding which ones to keep. I loved all of them, so you can guess what happened. And not only can you feel good about how cool you look, you can also feel good knowing that for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need through partnerships with nonprofits like Vision Spring. Offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams, Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores. So put your FSA or HSA dollars to good use on Warby Parker prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/unqualified. That's warbyparker.com/unqualified.
Third red flag, and this is just the fact that she has 2 kids that are being put through this as well, which is my biggest concern, is that, she's bringing this new guy into their life, and it's only been 2 months, and it's going to be a huge impact on them. And then the 4th red flag is the fact that this isn't the first time she's done something like this. When she was 20, or 19 even, she met a guy online. They dated who lived on the other side of the country. They dated via text and phone calls for the summer. And then she flew out there, they met, and 3 days later they got married. So that didn't work out, clearly.
Why
now she's kind of falling into the same old habit.
Why do you think your sister has these, that kind of impulsive, what is
low
that?
self-esteem?
Yeah.
It sounds like low self-esteem.
I think that's
bragging
part of it. I think
sometimes?
she wants a man in her life.
How does she
react?
react?
The father for her kids.
How does your sister react when you give her the real advice and you say, "Listen, you're acting like an asshole"? What's her?
What it boils down to is she threatens to cut people out of her life if they disagree with her. She's threatened that on all of my family members. My mom and dad at this point are saying it's not worth the fight, so they're just going along with it. And she won't accept anything. I sent her a text after she sent me the text saying we're getting married, and I said, "Hey, I have some concerns. I don't want you to rush into something like this." And she just didn't respond at all. And then later that night sent a group text to my whole family saying, "Hey, I expect that you guys have some concerns, but I don't want to hear them. So you guys can either get on board or basically just please celebrate this happy time with us. I'm not going to be listening to any concerns."
Oh man, I think you know what? This is a really tough one because I don't know if there's anything you can actually do besides.
I know, that's the thing. It's more like I don't want this to happen, but I don't think I have any control over it. And I just more need advice on how do I handle this? Is it okay that I don't want to get on board with it? Is it okay that I'm not jumping to throw her a bridal shower? Is that okay?
Yes.
Or should I just take it and pretend?
No, I think that's okay. I think that you commit a 60% sort of commitment level towards this idea. And because your sister knows on some level that this probably isn't the best idea, but she cannot confront that at all. And you cannot be, as her sister, the one to tell her that at all. Because there's just too much competitive, sibling stuff going on.
Totally, yeah.
I did put a weird, what was that called?
I don't know. I'm crying now. I mean, this is taking a real turn. I feel for you. I totally feel for you because it's your sissy. And it's my sisters are everything to me. I know what you mean. It's how can you let them take a wrong turn? It's the worst thing in the world to see somebody take a wrong turn. And I know people have watched me take that turn and they've not spoken up, and that makes you feel guilty also.
But at the same time, when someone's not willing to listen,
but you're their sister. It's you have to be okay, I have no stake in this. I love you upside down and around town. How can you imagine that I would ever want anything bad for you but happiness? All I want is for you to succeed. That's what you feel like. And is there any way to tell her that?
And that's I think what I'm struggling with is that's exactly what I want to say to her, but I think that she'll take that as, the fact that if I have any sort of disagreement with her, she'll take it as the world's against me. And
Right.
Well, that's
she comes from
But I think if you really plead your case and you say like I'm your sister, I want your happiness, I want everything good for you. There's nothing I gain from you being unhappy, or there's nothing I gain from you, like you are altruistic in this. If you can say that in a way and not repeat it too many times that it loses its meaning. Mm-hmm. I mean, I said to my sister once, she was married for 20 years, and I said, you are not happy, you're unhappy, and you're making all of us unhappy, and you're never going to get happy again. We've tried. And she looked at me and she said, why didn't you tell me this? And I said, I didn't think you were ready to hear it, and I wasn't ready to say it, but I know you're unhappy. Yeah. And my sister looked at me and she went home the next day and she asked her husband for a divorce. She said all I needed was to hear it from somebody else. So don't underestimate the power of like being blood related and having a sisterhood.
Yeah.
Sometimes people need to see it. And if you lose her for a little bit, the long game is where you're at. So like you got to always play for the long game, and you've got to have the best intentions, and you obviously have the best intentions for your sister. And I think you should stick to those, because if you don't say anything, then you only have yourself to blame, because she may stay with him, but she may not. She may say, you're absolutely right. You're never going to lose her for long.
And Chelsea, you're right that she may lose her for a minute.
Because
that's what happens. But sometimes when you want to believe that something isn't, that something is right, even if it isn't. But she'll come back, eventually, I think, I hope. I mean, I needed to hear that.
I think the biggest concern there is the kids, just because she controls them, and I don't want them out of my life by any means.
Yeah. But listen, make this, when you do decide to talk to her, make it about her, not necessarily the kids, not like about her well-being and her because it's like, as a mom, I feel defensive already. Like if anyone is like, you got to look out for your child, I'm like, fuck you. I don't have to fucking look out for my child.
They have to look out for me. What do you think they're here for?
But so I would definitely think about how you structure it, and I think that Chelsea was completely right in sort of like, this is solely about you. And you're happy. I mean,
your sister.
Yeah.
Because listen, when my sister called me the next day and she goes, I told him I'm leaving. She was leaving for Paris, and she said, I told him we're leaving. Like, this is over. She said, I just needed to hear it out loud because no one told me. And I thought, what a terrible job I've done as a sister to not have told you, when I knew the impact would have been. I didn't know you would receive it so well. And then she spent the next 20 months of her life being the happiest I've ever seen my sister. And she kept thanking me for like freeing her out of this, prism. And that's not necessarily the answer you're going to get, but you owe it to your girlfriends and your sisters to fucking tell them the truth, because you just do. And it doesn't matter what the ramifications or repercussions are for you.
But timing is super important.
Well, they're getting married in a month.
Yeah, you got to do it now.
But I mean, like, timing in terms of when she's not too exhausted, like when she's like able to hear it. And I don't know what that gauge is, but that's how I like to deal with my husband.
That's how I also like to deal with Chris. Timing is everything, especially when we're on the set of Jurassic Park 8. I won't deal with the dinosaur while I'm talking to him about childcare. I won't do it anymore. I've done it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am. I'm actually I'm a DP on that movie.
Oh.
Yeah. And I've got my eye on him at all times.
It's a little bit odd that you didn't mention that before.
Well, it's weird that you didn't know about it.
Amanda, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope Chelsea and Anna were able to help you.
And listen,
it was very helpful.
Now I really need a cigarette. I mean, I've never needed a cigarette more in my life, I don't think.
Amanda, will you tell us how the conversation went? Would you email me and then we can maybe report back to everyone?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I definitely will. Yeah, thanks, Sim. Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Chelsea.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thanks,
Good night,
Amanda.
Amanda.
Good.
I feel terrible for that.
Well, but
It's a tough
she got it.
situation.
I think no, but I think there's only one road for that situation. You have to. You have a sister. You owe it to your sister to be. When I once went out with an asshole, and after I broke up with him, after getting back together and going back and forth and like high levels of recidivism, my sister was like, "Oh, we all knew he was an asshole," and I said, "Hey, fuckface,
Why didn't you say
I'm your
anything?"
sister."
Right.
She goes, "We didn't think you would hear us," and I
Yeah.
said, "If you came to me as my sister and said, we all think this guy's an asshole." Then I'm an asshole if I don't listen to you. You never gave me that option.
But-
Tell the
Yeah.
truth and then fucking wait to see what happens.
See, I've dated a couple assholes, and I really feel like I had the same thing, the same conversation, but I really do think that I wouldn't have heard them. I wouldn't have heard any of my
I
friends.
think if somebody said this guy's dishonest and it was like a committee of people, you're possibly right, but I think I would have.
like my defenses
I knew
and my
deep down
pride.
this guy. We all know deep down when we're dating an asshole. We all know it. So if somebody
I know,
says
but would
it
you
and
have heard? Would you really have
illuminates
heard it?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I don't
hope I
know
would
if I
have. I
would've.
don't know. Maybe we wouldn't have. I don't know.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't have. I know I wouldn't have.
Are these your parents from Tajikistan that are calling in next? Who's calling in?
We're gonna go. We have one more call.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I'd love to call my parents.
Well, please don't.
They don't live in what? Did you, what,
I know.
What country? did you-
Tajikistan.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, it's by Kurdistan or Kazakhstan.
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 Yes, that's near Russia.
Yeah, Russia's a tricky, tricky fucking country.
Doesn't it seem like the pictures from those places all look very gray?
Russia. I was in Russia, and it was the grayest place I've ever been in my life. Grayer than
Really?
Cleveland. Yeah, Russia
Like-
was like the most moribund. Like literally the wall. Like this is a nicer color than the palette that it was. It was gray with fat men smoking and smoked fish all day long. I was like,
Okay,
are we
but-
ever gonna eat a fucking real meal?
But I love smoked fish, and I love.
Well,
I
then
love
convert to
smoking
Judaism
fat.
if you fucking love it so much. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Join a temple.
Fine, Chelsea Handler. I fucking will.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by State Farm. And in honor of their surprisingly great auto insurance rates, I'm going to tell you about a particularly surprising day on set. It takes me a long time to read a script. For almost every line of dialogue, I will stop to figure out why my character would say it, how it fits in the conversation, and how it's going to come out of my mouth. Between the lines, there are larger chunks of text which describe everything else happening in the scene. Maybe what a room looks like, what characters are wearing, and what they're doing. As I often underestimate how long everything in my life takes, I know I can make up some time by reading those larger chunks a little faster. I got the script for Overboard about 6 months before we started production. I read it in my warm living room, wearing comfortably warm clothes, sipping from a warm mug of tea. Somehow, it never occurred to me that when you jump off a boat in the middle of the ocean, the water is surprisingly cold. And it doesn't get any warmer on take 2. Here at Unqualified, we love State Farm because they provide coverage that meets your needs at a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by ZocDoc. Who gets excited about trying a new restaurant that has 2 out of 5 stars? When it comes to finding healthcare, don't ratings matter even more? ZocDoc is a free app where you can compare doctors, read reviews from real patients, and even make same-day appointments. When I finally called to reschedule my dentist appointment, I was told that my dentist had been retired for nearly 3 years. In my defense, parking was a nightmare. Through ZocDoc, I found a new dentist who had great reviews, took my insurance, and whose office was actually within walking distance. I was also able to book an appointment instantly without talking to a receptionist who made me feel guilty about not having my teeth cleaned for 3 years. My new dentist didn't make me feel guilty either, and only suggested I floss a little more often. Whether you need a primary care physician, dentist, dermatologist, psychiatrist, eye doctor, or other specialist, ZocDoc makes healthcare easy. Now is the time to prioritize your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/unqualified and download the ZocDoc app. Sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor who might be available as soon as today. That's ZocDoc.com/unqualified.
Can we take our next caller? What's up, Sim?
Now, do you like these women?
No, I think that's so stupid. I think that's like Three's Company shit. Like, what is that?
Well, that's why.
Who has a waistline like that with an ass like that? Like, I'm sorry, I have cellulite on my ass and I have a great fucking stomach, but not naturally.
But
I have to
that's-
work so hard on it, and I don't wear socks.
Hello?
Oh, hi.
Caitlin, you there?
Hi, Caitlin.
Yeah, hi.
Caitlin's in Louisville and she's 25.
Oh, hey, Kentucky.
Caitlin, we have Chelsea Handler here as well.
I thought it was supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, I
hey,
didn't know we were going
what's
to do that
up?
again.
Okay, surprise. We have another person here that you don't know who's here. Can you be a surprise?
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, what's up?
We're just super buzzed, and we just put marijuana cream on our nipples.
We did.
And-
Caitlin, we weirdly put marijuana cream on our nipples. And yeah, so if our advice is less than par, then less than par.
Yeah, just pretend it
By the
didn't
way,
happen.
I can't wait to hear your advice on this.
I
Chelsea.
can't wait to hear it
So,
either.
Caitlin,
Caitlin,
to
thank
hear
you, though,
you.
for your patience.
let me give you a little bit of a setup here. So, Caitlin, a guy you like made out with you recently while he was drunk.
Ooh.
It was never spoken
Yeah.
about again, but you really like him, and you need to know what your next move should be. So, tell us a little bit
Yeah.
more, and hopefully, Chelsea and Anna can help you.
Okay, well, that kind of covered it. Like, I have a crush on this guy. We hung out, and, you know, one thing led to another, and we were the last two people left at his house.
Is he dating anyone else?
No, is he dating anyone else,
Yeah.
or am I?
Either.
No, not that I
Well,
know
then
of.
why are you asking
I mean-
me to ask you the question that there's no answer to? It's just the
Hey,
answer's
listen,
fucking no.
Listen, Chelsea has weird marijuana cream on her nipples.
Yeah, back up. Back the fuck up,
She's-
bitch.
She's a little
Aggressive.
aggressive.
Okay, anyway, so no one's dating anyone. So what's the problem?
But
Right.
I want to hear about this makeout session. That sounds romantic.
Right. Well, we made out, and like I think I have feelings for him. Obviously, I just don't know if the feelings are reciprocated. And
Mutual
since
is
we
the
haven't
word.
talked about since we haven't talked about it since then, I don't know if it was just a drunk thing, and I should just like write it off as a drunk thing, or if it.
How
was
many
something
days ago
more
did
like
this
it-
happen?
What was that?
How many days ago did this happen?
Oh, this was like 2 months ago.
Well, obviously, if he hasn't brought it up, he's fucking not interested. You haven't brought it up
Yeah.
since in 2 months.
The nipple cream makes Chelsea extra angry.
I'm sorry, but you have to get it like an Amber Alert to your brain. You haven't brought it up in 2 months?
No,
I get
no.
that though.
In,
I
Ca- in,
want
Ca-
to know
in
if a
Caitlin's
dude
defense,
likes
hold on. In
me.
Caitlin's defense, I think she may think that this guy might be shy and just
That's
doesn't know how
possible.
to,
Right.
make the
Yeah.
initiative. He was drunk.
Yeah.
Caitlin was sober when they made out. He was drunk,
Yeah.
and so and she doesn't know if she should make the first move or even bring it up or talk about it. Is that something that she should do, or? Because they do see each other, like they have like
Yes,
this pub
bring
night
it up
together.
and fucking solve the mystery. What do you wait like?
I totally disagree.
What do you mean? Don't bring it up for 6 more months so she can sit here wondering if something's going to happen?
Yes.
What a waste of everybody's
but what's the
time.
best way to bring it up?
Hey, do you like me? I
Yeah.
fucking like you. Period. End
But
of story.
that may turn off the guy
No. Yeah,
but
immediately.
that's what
Listen,
you can
That might be
do.
too much.
They
too
made
quickly.
out. They made out. Hey, were you drunk or do you like me? Then she gets her answer, and the answer's out there, and then it's over. If he doesn't like her, he'll tell
Right.
her, and then it's over. You can't. 2 months. That's like a fucking major amount of time. Do you know what I've accomplished in 2 months? You
A lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go to Machu
She made
Picchu.
fucking $40 million.
Yeah, lying asleep like Cindy Crawford or whatever those supermodels say they do before they get out of bed.
Right.
Seriously.
But wait, but seriously though, from my perspective, I remember being that age and I was completely shy. And I would never like ask. I would never have the courage to ask a guy if like.
Nor would I. But you're putting the rest of your life on hold. Like it's too long a period of time to go by. Like it will be empowering to say to him, are you into me or are you not? Even if he says no, who gives a shit? That's just another person. That person doesn't matter in your life.
But Chelsea, that's because we are numb with fucking pain.
No, I'm not numb with pain. I'm numb with reality. I like it. I like reality. I like to know if somebody's interested. I like to know what's happening.
Yes, but don't you?
I don't want to play games for 2 months.
But that's
2
not
days,
what happens
maybe.
in your 20s.
She's 25 years old. Do you think that if she were to just if she did exactly what you said, don't you think that it may?
Both of you guys. And I'll fight both of you. I'll fight both of you if I have to. Like Frank Grillo.
Like Frank Grillo.
No, but I don't know.
Listen, you're gonna get a big weight off your chest if you go into work tomorrow and say, "Hey, buddy, I know we made out that one day. I'm kind of crushing on you. If you're not, would you just be honest with me?" You'll get your answer, and then you wrap that shit up, and then move on to the next guy. Because chances are he's not that into you, or he's shy. And if he is shy, then you'll get your answer in that way too. Why would you waste 2 months of your fucking life? 2 days is a fun time to be like, does he like me? 2 months is absurd. Who gives a shit? And he's old news. Be bold, because when you do that, then you're going to be like thinking of yourself in a different way. You're going to go, I don't put up with bullshit. I'm not going to do this again.
Damn,
I think it's empowering.
That's good.
Right.
You're right.
Is there a better approach though? Is there,
totally
or should it be that direct right away?
Listen, once you've made out, it's not like they're hanging out together, going to lunch, and she's like, I don't know if he likes me. They made out. So there's something happening.
No, I completely agree.
So either nip it in the bud or move on and make it something
But
more
I completely
exciting.
agree. But I don't want Caitlin to scare this guy off.
Who gives a shit?
Right.
It's 2 months.
But if she
Scare
likes him,
off.
but if she likes him,
Then get rid of-
But maybe she should just say, "Hey, let's meet for a drink and see where it goes," rather than.
If he doesn't like her, he doesn't like her. If he does, he's going
But
to.
then she won't meet. You know what,
Sam, if you go through life like this, you're on a fucking slow road to China.
I'm 39,
You're on
so
a fucking-
I'm on your
Chelsea
side here.
and
But when you're
Sim
25 years old,
and it's super fun.
when you're 25 years old, it's a completely different deal for guys and for girls.
Life is short. Fucking make the most of it.
I'm with
2
you.
months about
Okay.
wondering if somebody likes you is not
Listen,
the most of anything.
I think she needs
It's a
to.
waste of
I
fucking
think she needs to
time.
talk to him.
Go to
for
a
sure.
fucking Zumba class. That's more exciting than this fucking guy. He sounds like a total asshole. I mean, and by the
Or
way,
he's just really shy. He might not be an asshole.
who gives a shit? To find out and get to the fucking crux of the matter.
I agree, but is there a way to approach it rather than just?
No, Sim, shut up. I don't care about anything you're saying.
I just don't want
But
her
you're
to scare
so
him off.
conservative. Why?
I'm not
Scare
conservative
him
at
off,
all.
Then that's not. If she scares him off, then that's not the guy for her.
Okay.
She's not going to scare off the guy that loves her.
Do you know Caitlin? Do you even know that's in her
Yes, I have
personality
a
to just
picture in
say,
my
"Hey,
pocket.
listen, do you like me or do you not?"
Yeah, she's in the pool. Actually, she's outside. Okay. Do you want to talk to her face to face? I don't
Caitlin,
think
do you need another like a
Valium?
swimsuit?
Do you need a Valium, Caitlin?
Wait, do you have any more?
No, I wish I did. Actually. That sounds so good.
Oh, Caitlin, I'm
Like
sorry.
a Flexerol, I would love. I wish I was a pharmacologist. I just want pills all the time. Sometimes I go to bed, I go, what am I going to do tonight? And then I go, okay, just take a little couple, I have that, whatever, oil marijuana pen. And it puts you into the nicest slumber. But I love the feeling of taking a pill when you go,
I know.
I love that.
That wonderful fuzzy head. You talked about that on your show.
It's
that
such a-
little bit of a fuzzy head.
But it has a deleterious effect on your brain. But it's such a nice feeling to know that you're like, this is going to be a 14-hour run.
And Chris and I get into the most wonderful conversations. We brainstorm about the stupidest ideas
That's cute.
for a long time. We're like, let's remake The Wizard of Oz. That's a wonderful
Could
idea.
do that. That would be a great idea for you guys. He could play Scarecrow or whatever.
Oh gosh, but okay. So here's the thing: I'm worried that you're headed for heartbreak, and but I don't know.
But what?
If it's any consolation, I've been there many times, and
It's not
crushed.
that's not a consolation. You're married and happy, and you
Yeah,
love
but-
your husband.
but at
That is
30
not a consolation to her. I'm single. Hey, I'm single, and just fucking skip it. It's not worth it.
No, but what I'm saying is that these are steps that you go through. Like, you go through heartbreak.
I
You
don't
go
think 2
through
months
missing
for
people.
some guys like worthy of your time. It's such a waste of time. There's so much to see in this world. I'm
No,
not
but I
wasting-
think we're saying the same thing.
I think
we're
we
saying
are,
like,
but we're saying it
like he should
differently.
skip him a little bit. But what I'm saying is that I think that on the other end of heartbreak and loneliness, there's, I don't know, friendship and love and vibrators and this weird
Anyway.
marijuana lotion
I-
we put on our nipples.
I don't think this is the right
Did
guy.
you feel
yeah.
high from that marijuana
I
lotion?
might. I don't know.
Already?
I
It's
think I
gone
do
now.
a little
It's
bit.
kind of like now it's done. But
it
I
done?
definitely felt like a burst of yes, absolutely.
You can reapply if you want.
No, I don't want to. I don't like to be out of control. I just like to be aggressive.
But you know what? Speaking of aggressiveness, I feel like guys need to be aggressive, especially in this situation. And
Yeah,
if he's
but-
not being aggressive,
right.
if he's not saying that he wants to see you, or if he's not giving you any kind of indication, maybe it is time to move on. You know, despite
Yeah.
how shy he is, because it has been 2 months. I didn't realize it was that long when I spoke to you on the phone earlier today, Caitlin. But
Yeah.
but
I just don't
yeah.
want you to be hurt.
Right.
And
Oh yeah, no, that's totally understandable. And I think I was maybe like looking for a different answer. Like maybe I kind of knew that
Yeah.
like he wasn't interested, but I didn't want it to be true.
oh,
but
that's
I don't
really
know.
that's really brave of you to say that.
Yeah.
I would never have been able to say that. I still don't think I could. Like, if my own personal experience, I would be like very defensive, like, well, no, but he must have not recognized how cute my I
Right.
don't know, my fucking elbows were or whatever. But
Yeah.
they are really cute, aren't they?
Yeah. Their elbows are tricky. They look like labia if they're in the wrong way.
But I do think the sad journey, but the wonderful journey is that if we don't experience these intense emotions of devastation, then we won't be the people that we're supposed to be. And like I have a few girlfriends back home who married their high school sweethearts, and I love that. I love them for that and everything. But I also wonder. I like to think, at least, maybe it's sour grapes, but that the idea that we are supposed to experience intense heartbreak, that it makes us who we are, and people who are empathetic and can relate to other people, and then able to recognize other loves, and anyway, so that's sort of my, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, so
Do we have final advice for Caitlin?
yeah, I think just protect your heart. I know I say that a lot, but protect your heart. I don't know if I like this dude for you. I think he may be shy, but I also think that he just might not be the one. That's my
Yeah,
feeling.
he's just not that into me. Is that?
Oh God, isn't that awful? I'm so sorry.
I'm not sorry.
No,
We're doing you a favor.
No, it's totally fine.
We're doing you
No,
a favor.
but
You're going to
that's-
thank us. No, she's 25. Go fucking go. You have
It's
18
true. It's
other
true.
men to go fuck
That's
off
true.
with.
That's true.
Move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Like fast forward to the fucking future.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm like the downer, and you're like the motivator.
upper. I know. It's like Sally, Jesse, Raphael. She's Sally, I'm Jesse, and that's Raphael.
I like it. I'm like, you're going to experience heartbreak. And Chelsea's like, you're going to need to get fucking laid. And Sim's like, we're going to need to
But
hang
don't
up
put up
now.
with any bullshit. You're better than that. If you wouldn't accept it for your sister, your mother, or your daughter, don't accept it for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Kelly, copy that. Over and out.
Caitlin, thank you.
Kaylin, please keep in touch.
All right.
Please keep in touch.
Thanks so much, guys,
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
Caitlin. Good night.
Good night.
for giving me all these perspectives.
Oh, I want your
great.
heart to be protected. We love you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Good night.
I mean,
This is so exhausting, you guys. I feel
I know.
like
Sim just gave me a Post-it that says "Wrap it
Oh
up."
shit! I mean, we've been here for
I
like
usually
8
do
hours.
this. Yes.
Why? Yeah, but why wouldn't he just say, "Anna"? Can
Anyway,
we wrap
thank
it
you
up
guys
now?
for coming tonight. Can you? And it was great to see you. We'll see you on Netflix or YouTube or whatever.
So
this
the
fucking
show
thing
is called Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yes, but let's. Okay.
It's on Netflix. It's streaming right now.
Right, but I need a pizza. I'm like, now I'm fucked up.
Hey,
I
but
need
wait,
food.
Chelsea, are
I want
you
a cigarette?
are you good at blowjobs?
Yeah. Do you need me to blow Sim? I don't think I can do it. Is that going to take a long time?
No,
I don't
no,
think it
not
is.
at all. Not at all. Look
If I
at him.
know
He's
what I'm
ready.
looking
He's ready
at,
to go
it
right
won't
now.
take long at all. Okay,
But
fine.
are
I'll
you
blow
good?
you.
Are you good at blowjobs?
No, I'm terrible. I think I'm terrible at everything that involves a man. I like men, but I'm just not like a devoted, I'm not a devotee of like love making or any of that shit. I'm like terrible at it. I just want to be like humored and like laughing. And most men are like, shut up. Not everything's funny. I'm like, it can be.
It's true. You're right. It can be. So I'm not great at blowjobs either. Thanks so much.
Thanks for being here, you guys.
My
Thanks for listening.
dear, most amazing friend, Chelsea Handler. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Sim.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks, Cassie. Thanks, Mindy. Thanks, Dom.
Now I'm really drunk.